What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today we are going to react to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello,
Hi,
how are you?
I'm
I'm
so
well.
excited.
Okay. How old are you?
I am 32.
All right. So are you single or are you married? I see you Zoom user. I got you. You're 32. What
Yeah,
do you got?
I'm single.
What do you got? So what do you got for me on the topic?
I'm single and I'm looking for a man.
Okay, but
Um, you know,
I
that's a
got a
I'm
topic
looking.
tonight. Are you calling in on my
Okay.
topic?
No.
Okay, you gotta wait. I gotta be calling in on the topic. I got an entire show that I put together. If you just want to talk about what you want to talk about, if I have time at the end, maybe I'll get to it. Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you? How old are you?
Can you hear me?
Barely. You were cutting in and out. Say again. Okay.
Let me take my.
Are you on a mobile device? All righty then. Are
Hey,
you
can you
on
hear
a,
me now?
oh yeah. How old are you again? Jesus.
All right, 32.
Okay. What's going on with your phone?
Sorry, I had my AirPods in, and for some reason it wasn't connecting, so I just took them off.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. So what do you got for me on the topic?
Well, I feel like, and I know, I can't really speak for everybody because I am a little big myself, but I feel like a lot of the weight issues, I think, comes from like a self-esteem point of view from a lot of women, and it kind of feel like guys are supposed
We don't
to
care.
accept that
We
ill.
don't we don't care.
Yeah, so for me, like, I actually, like, the reason why I even found you was actually through a male friend of mine, and I've been watching a lot of your videos, so a lot of the points that you're saying, like, it really makes sense. And for me, like, I'm like, okay, you know what, maybe if I start doing this, maybe if I do start working out, guys may look at me in a different light. But sometimes, like, even with your weight, it's more of a self-realization, something that you
Hold on
want to.
just a second. Hold on just a second. And to my critics and detractors, when I say we don't care, we don't. Just like a woman doesn't care why a man is a broke dusty. You don't care. Human beings choose based on outcomes and
Exactly.
results,
That's a
not
self-check.
should be's.
She starts off saying the right guy should accept her weight because it's tied to self-esteem. Like that makes it better. But Kevin cuts through all of that. No one dates, let's say, based on sympathy. We date based on outcomes. It's like asking an employer to hire you because you mean well, despite being unqualified. The dating market isn't built on potential. It's built on presentation and performance.
So you're saying that even if you start addressing the weight, then what?
Yeah, so, like, for me, I feel like it's like Darwinism. Like, you kind of, it's like survival of the fittest in the world of dating when it comes to weight, when it comes to a lot of, um, you know, pretty much the mating, or the guys pursuing the ladies. So I think with us looking a certain way is not only to attract, or the guy's attention, but I think as it's the same way of having that type of self-esteem and confidence, to say, like, I look a certain way. And for me, I kind of think of it like, if the world was about to end and it's an apocalypse and we got to run, and the guy is speeding off and I can't catch up because I'm overweight, like, it could be a problem. Like, we should be able to run as a team.
And you said you're how old
And
again?
32.
32?
Yeah.
Any children?
No.
Okay.
That metaphor sounds wild at first, but honestly, it's accurate. She's saying what a lot of people feel but won't admit. Fitness isn't just aesthetic, it's survival. Whether it's an actual apocalypse or just competing for a solid partner, the people who are prepared will move ahead. And running as a team in a relationship requires both people to be physically and emotionally in shape. She sees the issue clearly, but the question is, Will she move on it or just keep talking about it? Because even in an apocalypse, there are no participation trophies.
How much the most you've ever weighed?
210.
Okay.
Right now I'm like 180.
How tall are you?
5'5".
So what men don't understand is how you guys,
Get that up, that weight up.
how you guys do this and how you justify it. Because
Well, for me,
it's not like human beings eat a big meal and then go to bed and then you're just. I know it takes time, but at 32, do you want to have children one day?
I do.
Do you want to
I
be
do.
married one day?
I do.
Okay. So when was the last time you were a dress size US 4?
Actually, like high school, like freshman.
Freshman year? Okay.
Yeah.
So
Um,
when you're a freshman, you're 14 years old, 14 to 15. So by my quick math, that's over half your life ago.
yeah. I think for me too, like even with me being like at 160 or like 175, I didn't look like it. Like I looked smaller than what my size was, and it's always been like that.
You look
But
smaller to who? The black men?
like
If I put you in a room full of, if I put you in a room full of men from China or a room full of white men, would you be making the same statement?
oh no, of course not.
Then
I
then
mean,
then hold on, stop. So the context is I look smaller in the black male or black cultural context. But if I put you in a room with just a bunch of different race men, you wouldn't make the same they would make the same argument. It would be a non-starting argument.
Exactly. That statement about looking smaller than she is only true in her cultural bubble. When you step outside that bubble, reality hits different. Men from other cultures don't use the same sliding scale. So when she says, I look smaller, Kevin pushes her to define compared to who. It's like trying to justify a 2.0 GPA by saying, well, in my school, that's average. But when you apply to real world jobs or real world men, average isn't good enough.
true. That's true.
So this is why black as a man, we're just tired of hearing. We're tired of hearing all of that because we feel the internet. People had a belief, but on the internet now we see how differently women act with different men. And gentlemen, this is where we as men got to understand that accepting this stuff, calling it thick, and then that shit won't work. But at 32,
yeah, it's a different perspective as you get older. That's why I said sometimes it's like just self-realizing that, I need to make some
did you go to college?
changes. And a lot of weight is gained through
Did you
bad
go to college?
relationships. That again?
Did you go to college?
Yes.
Did you get your degree?
Yes.
What is it in?
Criminal justice.
Okay, another useless degree. So, if you don't get married, how are you going to provide for yourself between age 65 and 85 with a criminal justice degree?
Well, I'm like a minimalist, so I wouldn't like.
How much are you going to need?
like
Okay, minimalist or not, you're still going to be 65. How much do you think you need to retire on for that 20 years? How much cash?
I would say in the field of criminal justice, maybe 500,000.
Mm-hmm. Are you making more than $75,000 a year?
No.
More than 60?
Like around 60.
What city do you live in?
California.
Northern or southern? Sacramento. So cost of living is higher there, though.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, the number is really about $1.9 million. And the long way around it is without a marriage, as a single person, you won't have enough money to live in your elder years. Bottom line, no matter how we get around to it, the world is not set up for single people aging.
She says she's a minimalist, but as always, aging isn't. You can't minimalize healthcare, housing, or inflation. Kevin's right. Even if you think you can live small, you still need big numbers to survive retirement. And the average criminal justice job isn't covering that gap, especially not in California. A lot of women think they have time to figure it out later, but later is now. The market doesn't reward those who delay, it rewards those who prepared early.
I completely agree. I wish I knew you back 10 years ago to give some type of advice. We get caught up in our own world and we don't,
I get
a
it.
lot of times
I get it.
like
I get it.
now.
I get it. But the problem is you're 32. And if you want to get the outcomes, you got no time.
Yeah. That I do know. That I do
Huh?
know. I said that I do know.
Okay. So how many days a week are you
So
working
that's
out?
why I'm kind
So how many
of
days a week are you working out?
right now 3.
How many hours?
Yeah, because
How long? How long are your workouts?
an hour and a half.
What kind of workout are you doing?
A lot of deadlifts, weightlifting, some jump rope. That's pretty much it. I just do home workouts. And then I work a lot. So when I'm at work, I work out on my break. I do care home, so it's easy for me
work
to
out. You work out for an hour and a half at home.
Mm-hmm.
And how much weight have you lost in the last 90 days?
In the 90 days, because I just started. So last month I lost 15. And then I don't know so far from last month to now because I haven't weighed myself.
Okay.
And that's with me eating right and cutting a lot of sugars and carbs and stuff. So
okay. See, this is what I understand is why women in your position who know that you didn't get the right information for whatever, you're where we are, why y'all aren't really working out with a trainer and doing everything you can to get down to a healthy weight. When I said you don't have any time, that's what I meant, no time.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and for me, I don't have any more distractions for me to before it was just, I couldn't focus on, the simplest things of, a healthy diet or something else, which is no excuse, but, we get sidetracked with so much stuff that gets us off course and we forget to get back on the, on the bandwagon. So.
Well, that doesn't sound good, man, because honestly, it sounds like you can lose weight. I say men fear situations like this because what men don't hear is she'll lose the weight. And then when she get a man, she'll blow right back up.
Yeah. And see, that's what I don't want. Because if I was to meet somebody, I would want.
But what you're not, okay. Knowledge is good, but I'm beyond the point of thinking that the reason so many women today are so out of shape is because they don't lack knowledge. Just I think y'all just lazy. Just lazy, and they think somebody's going to accept it. And now after 30, it's like, okay, well, shit, it's not happening, and y'all aren't moving with any real sense of urgency. You gotta outcompete the 23-year-old version of yourself and all other women out there. So, because if you mess around and get to 40 single, that's a wrap. And like it or not, man, the math is the same. How you gonna pay for life? So man, you scaring women. I hope so. I hope I'm scaring the shit out of y'all so you start recognizing that you don't have time to be wasting.
Yeah, it's definitely a wake-up call. I think for me too, coming out of a relationship where the guy really didn't care.
How long were you in a relationship?
That again?
How long were you in the relationship?
2.5 years. We ended last June.
Okay.
We almost.
Well,
This part should hit hard. Kevin isn't fear-mongering, he's forecasting. If you're 32 and still think you've got time to figure it out, you don't. You're not just competing with other 30-somethings, you're competing with the 23-year-old version of you. And men notice who's aging with grace and who's coasting on excuses. The real danger isn't being single, it's wasting the last window of leverage hoping someone else will overlook what you won't address.
unfortunately, like I was telling you, women, y'all got to get the bigger parts of your life together. Getting fit. That's just the one part of it. Then you got to get competitive. So, I don't know. Sad part is the truth of the matter is most of our women just expect men just to accept it. Thanks, man. I appreciate
Oh,
it.
and I don't. You know,
Well,
I want to.
I said most of our women know. They say they don't, but y'all they really do.
And that's the reality a lot of people don't want to face. You can't keep saying one day when the clock is already ticking. No man is waiting for you to finally take yourself seriously. And like Kevin said, if you don't get competitive now, it's a wrap by 40. The math doesn't lie. The market doesn't care. And time won't wait. What do you all think? Was she being honest with herself? Or just saying what sounds good? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. Until then, remember, you can't rewrite your past, but you can outwork your future.
Hello. Hey, how are you?
Okay, I'm listening.
Go ahead.
I'm here to learn.
How old are you, by the way?
I'm 23. My
All
name
right,
is Nisha.
So the question we're talking about, talking about a general subject that women love men who cheat. And not the last caller, but the caller before was a married woman who obviously loved her husband and she condoned and accepted his cheating when they dated and afterwards. When we hear women often talking about the men they are so heartbroken by, but they keep going back to, are the very men who cheat. So my question is, why do women love men who cheat?
I suspect somehow we get addicted to it. I think the hormones and wanting to be accepted, and there is the other element of perhaps wanting to be chosen above the other woman for validation.
This makes sense, and it's important to highlight. For some women, it's not the man they're chasing, it's the feeling of being chosen. It's like a toxic competition where the prize is winning his attention, not stability. That's why cheating often doesn't end relationships. It actually fuels them in unhealthy ways. It's less about love and more about ego. You're not in love with him. You're in love with being the exception. That's a dangerous emotional game that leads nowhere stable.
Have you ever been cheated on?
Unfortunately, yes, but I've also been guilty of cheating as well.
Okay. And so did you cheat on the same man who cheated on you?
No.
All right. So this is what confounds men. Did you get it cheated on first or did you cheat on the other guy first? No one can see you.
Okay, so I'm bisexual, so it was sort of the other way around.
Okay, it was a woman.
I cheated I was cheated on by a male. I decided, okay, I'll be with a woman, and I ended up cheating in that relationship, unfortunately.
So you got cheated on by a man. Your response was in another relationship, you cheated on a man with a woman?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a textbook case of emotional rebound going sideways. Getting hurt by a man doesn't justify inflicting pain on someone else, especially when they had nothing to do with your trauma. It's like getting robbed at one store and shoplifting at another out of anger. Two wrongs don't fix your wound. And more importantly, she didn't address the real issue: trust, healing, and self-control. Emotional discipline means learning how to stop the cycle, not pass it on. Trauma doesn't give you a hall pass to become the villain in someone else's story.
And how did he respond to that?
No, the woman. How did the woman respond
Or
to
how did the
that?
woman respond
Obviously,
to that?
she's devastated. Cheating hurts. I feel people speak about it because they're trying to sort of unpack the trauma. It hurts on both sides. I think it hurts men when they get cheated on, and it hurts women when they get cheated on. That's why people speak about it, because they feel like they're trying to understand, why is it happen? Am I not good enough? And I think that's the question that women ask, and that's what I got asked, like, why? Like, was I not good enough? And that's an impossible question to answer, because I think on both ends there's shame. It's shameful. It's sad.
No,
It hurts.
I don't think we talk about sex in an honest way.
Okay.
And there's a lot of misconceptions. But so a man cheated on you. Okay. So will you ever get married one day, do you think?
I hope so.
Okay. Since you're bisexual, what will be your choice? Who would you choose to marry?
A man.
Yeah, these are all questions that okay. Um,
Pardon if it's a bit odd.
no, it's
I
not.
can
It's not
answer
because
why
I've dealt
if
with
you're
women who are
curious.
no, that's not odd to me. I've dealt with women who are bisexual. I've dated women who are bisexual, but it's not a common thing for a lot of people to understand it. So I'm trying to ask questions for the audience as well. Um, would you want a traditional relationship or a traditional marriage, or would you want a more open marriage?
That's a really good question. Just to confirm, express to me what you mean exactly by traditional
Traditional
and
husband, wife, just you two.
monogamous.
Well, yeah, that's what most people think of, and then the typical gender roles.
Hmm.
Or would you want something that approximates a little bit more fluid or modern situation?
That's a really good question.
I
It really
know.
makes me
I
think.
know.
Um, I would like the idea. So I love masculine energy, and I consider myself to be feminine, and I love the idea of submission. That's my truth.
This is where the contradiction becomes clear. You can't want traditional outcomes with modern behaviors. It's like trying to play chess by poker rules. Submission, in a traditional sense, requires structure and trust. But if you're still navigating your sexual identity and wrestling with commitment, that structure won't hold. Monogamy isn't just a desire, it's a discipline. You can't straddle both worlds and expect long-term harmony. Wanting tradition without the sacrifice it requires is wishful thinking.
Um, the other
Submission
aspect.
in
So I would
hold on.
say
Submission in the relationship or submission in the bedroom?
that's even a better question.
Yeah, I
I
know that.
suspect
I mean, I
both.
know what I'm talking about.
I know, I can tell. You're making me think really deeply. I suspect both. Both.
But can you submit to
So
a
I
woman
would say
sexually? Can you submit sexually to a woman in the bedroom?
I would prefer to submit to a man, because the masculine energy is
Yeah, we're
very,
gonna put our
very,
foot on your
very.
head.
No, no, don't.
Yeah, you like it. Trust me. Jump off the dresser in it. No, I'm just kidding. It's a bit.
What? Jump off
It's a
the
comedy bit. It's a comedy bit.
and
But
land
seriously,
where?
oh, it's just a friend of mine in Atlanta. But here's the thing: if you
Okay.
are, then your husband, would you want to bring someone in for both of you guys? Because I don't think you just. I mean, I have friends who I got female friends who are bisexual. They
Mhm.
have boyfriends, but they have sex
Mhm.
with women, but they want relation. They want to be in a relationship with a man because they can't deal with women for the same reason men have a problem dealing with women. But they
Oh,
still want to do both of you.
oh, interesting. No, actually, I get it in that sense. I would go with traditional. I
Okay.
love the idea of monogamy. I like the idea of monogamy for health reasons. I like the idea of monogamy for resources. When you think of sort of the traditional, man goes out and gathers, or if just for an example, I'm not saying that I'm just expecting my partner to go out and gather food, but just as an analogy, man goes out, a pre-modern man goes out, gathers the food, brings it back for the family. Sort of, I don't know if it would be ideal for me to have any
What
one of
part of the
us have
country?
multiple
What part of the world are you in?
I'm in London. So I'm from the
Okay.
Caribbean. I'm from Angola and I live in London.
Well, if you're bisexual,
Hmm.
those urges don't necessarily go anywhere. So I find a lot of women who are bisexual tend to have more modern marriages, almost like an
Okay.
executive wife kind of thing. Because
Oh,
meaning, do you want children?
one child.
Yeah, see, that's what I've noticed that most women who kind of fit this profile don't want a lot of kids. Um, yeah, you got some thoughts to make, but you're gonna have that more liberal, sexually liberal kind of lifestyle. You need a man who you need partners who are going to be more on that wavelength, and that really doesn't fit well with traditional marriage. And a lot of people just aren't that open minded. You know, how old did you say you were again? 20 what?
23.
All right. Well, all the best to you, but if you know you like women, hey, I almost married a bisexual woman.
But Kevin, may I ask?
Go ahead.
Thank you. You mentioned urges. Um, Even if you may be attracted to someone else, if you're in a committed relationship, it doesn't mean that you have to act on it.
Logically, she's right. Feelings don't always require action, but Kevin's point isn't about morality. It's about odds. In real life, urges unchecked become decisions made. It's like keeping cake in the fridge during a diet, and eventually so that you're going to slice it. Especially in high emotion moments or boredom, attraction often leads to action. The data backs it up. People in non-traditional setups often struggle more with long-term fidelity. So yes, urges don't guarantee cheating, but statistically, they increase the risk.
Well, it doesn't mean you have to act on it, but I'm realistic.
Okay.
Bisexual women tend to be attractive women, and women are attracted to women. Women are attracted to beauty.
Yes.
Uh, well, so is it most bisexual women who are married? They go get somebody outside their friend circle. They may recruit somebody. They may go on a trip. They may bring a professional in. They do what they do, and then they're going about their business. That's why I say
Okay.
it's a little bit more open. But the thing is, you get yours, he gets hers with her. You just have to have a conversation. Bisexual is not the
Okay.
norm in today, so you just have to have a conversation. But that's the problem. We don't have many sexual conversations. We just expect sex to work.
Mm,
And that's
got it.
bullshit. It doesn't
Mm.
work. We
You
have to
speak
talk
truth on
about
that.
sex. Yeah, and we're
Hmm.
going to speak more truth about that. And I'm going to bring on sex professionals, sexologists, and teachers because I stay in my wheelhouse and I let the pros talk about. I know what I've done and what I think, but I let the pros talk about that because one of the biggest taboos in relationships in general, Black people in particular, is we don't talk about sexuality, and we're just fucked up sexually. I'll just put it that way. We're fucked up sexually.
This is the realest statement in the whole conversation. Avoiding sexual honesty has created confusion, dysfunction, and silence where communication should live. We treat sex like it's supposed to just work without any education, boundaries, or conversation. That's like buying a car and never reading the manual. Don't be surprised when it breaks down. Especially in our community, silence around sex breeds shame, secrecy, and unmet expectations. It's time we stopped hiding and started healing because the silence is doing more damage than the truth ever could.
Let me get back to some of these other folks. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right.
She wants a traditional outcome, but lives by modern rules. That contradiction won't hold up in a real relationship. Wanting monogamy while chasing freedom is like trying to build a house on sand. It crumbles under pressure. And until we start having honest conversations about sex, commitment, and identity, people will keep repeating the same painful cycles.